This deck is actually nuts. It's actually insane. I threw in an Acidic Swamp Ooze. It's not spell damage oriented, but it does help a lot, because if you think about it, I'm going to talk about this later in the video, and I'm going to put Acidic Swamp Ooze in pretty much every single deck from now on. The decks that I think will be the most meta are Paladin based decks, Demon Hunter, and Rogue with some aggro based mechanics. And Acidic Swamp Ooze is so good against these things. High key, I might run 2. I'm very tempted to take out the Diligent Note Taker and put in another Acidic Swamp Ooze. That's how good Acidic Swamp Ooze is. But enough about that one specific card. This deck as a whole is 5-0. It's a small sample size, but it's very strong. I would highly recommend trying this deck out. I will say that the biggest weakness that this deck probably has is the fact that it's fairly weak against aggro, but I do think that there's some things you could do to solve that, say like Sandstorm Elemental. Like, I could take out Boom and put in a Sandstorm Elemental, and boom. The Rogue matchup that is probably losing for you, even though I beat it twice today. That really difficult Rogue matchup is all of a sudden at least a little bit better. The other issue that this deck has is a lack of healing. There's only so much you can do about it, though. Obviously, I'm not going to put the Sandstorm Elemental in. That was just an example card that you could tech in. But there are a lot of things that you could probably do. You could probably tech in like a Witch's Brew if you want. We've got some dragons. You could probably put in a Lightning Breath or a Lightning Storm. Yeah, obviously it's the beginning of the season. This deck is subject to change and could potentially get a lot better. But the point is, as of right now, of all the decks I've played, and I've played like 4 or 5 so far, this feels the strongest other than maybe Pure Paladin. Like, this and Pure Paladin have felt the best to me. Obviously, I still have a lot of decks to try out. Because the set just released. But this one is an early frontrunner of a deck that I think could be really good if perfected. Like, my god, this deck is insanely powerful. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. It's the best way to support me so I can keep doing this. I genuinely enjoy playing all of these decks. If you have any decks you want me to play, please tell me in the comments below. If you have any tips about some of these decks, put them in the comments below. And I hope to see you in the next one, because all of these decks are super exciting. I feel like the power creep has been insane, and all of these cards are so strong. Like, there's a 6-mana card, and all I need to do is have spell damage, and I get a copy. This deck is built to have spell damage every single turn. There's a 6-mana 12/12. It's not even that much of a late game card, and it just decimates boards. And by decimates, I mean builds up a huge board for myself. This deck is so good. Oh my goodness. I could go on and on about how much I love this deck. It's been the most fun to play. Alright, so this deck is pretty pog, actually. I've played it a couple of times, and I have had massive success with it so far. I very much like it. I think it's got some insane capabilities. Being able to just pop off sometimes, you know. Diligent Note Taker, and I'll probably play him at some point. We're probably going to start off with a weapon. Then we're going to play the Arcane Watcher. The Soul Fragments mean nothing to me. Literally nothing to me. I could play this to contest the board or just play a weapon. He's not going to be running weapon removal. That's not what people are doing. Fun fact, I actually run an Acidic Swamp Ooze in this deck, and I think I'm going to run it in pretty much every single deck because there are just that many weapons in the meta right now. It's absolutely absurd how many there are. Warrior has several. Rogue constantly pumps their weapon. Demon Hunter has some, obviously. Hunter still has some. It's crazy. It's crazy how much there is. And, yeah. I'm going to be able to burst him down for a pretty decent amount of damage, though. I want to play the Og Merchant. I want to be able to deal with his stuff. And then Diligent Note Taker, Lava Burst his face for a decent chunk of damage. 4 for the weapon. He's going to trade in or go full face is the question. He's actually trading in. I have no problem with that. In fact, it dodges me from taking some damage. I think I just do this and probably play this. Like, if he wants to hit it, go right on ahead. I don't mind. I don't need the combos. I have other ways of doing stuff to your face. I have other ways of dealing with you. As long as you don't have the 7-mana legendary. Alright, that was, should have been expected, but I was stupid. We play Ross, we hit him in the face, 2 spell damage, he'll kill this off. and it's fine for now. Ross is a pretty good card. Can't wait to play the Instructor eventually. Hit him in the face. He's a 3/6 now. That's the animation. That animation's kind of cool, actually. How does he do 6 damage with no weapon on the board? The most I think he can do is like 5, right? So I should be able to keep him on the board for one more turn. Or with a Twin Slice, actually. Gosh darn it. There's no way. Oh, he's just doing that? That's actually fine. I'm actually totally okay with that. We get to do a decent chunk of damage. He's taking some damage. Get spell damage, get 2 6/6s out. I think that's my best play, and just hit him in the face. You know, it's a decent amount of damage. It's not like huge, but it's fine. We get out 2 6/6s. I don't really know how he's supposed to deal with that as Demon Hunter. Like, he can Chaos Nova, I guess, and kill off another one. This man actually runs Chaos Nova. He's probably going hard control. For 0 mana, what do you do? It's my turn. We have so many ways of killing him. We literally do so much damage to this poor guy. 7 damage with the Lava Burst, and Molten Blast potentially could have gone off. Wow, dude, this deck is so strong. I'm gonna be honest. The Sorcerer's Substitute is a 6 mana 6/6 that you can occasionally get to be 2 6/6s. I think that that's good enough to keep in the deck. I actually really like that card and think you can very consistently get it off. A card I surprisingly do not like is the Squall Hunter. The overload for the next turn really hurts, but I haven't played too much with this deck, so I'm not going to make like any quick judgments. It's just some initial impressions so far. I think that this is probably going to be my worst matchup, or one of. The amount of aggression that he can just put out is ridiculous. If he's going the Hidden Passage deck, where for 1 mana you draw 5 cards, it's crazy. Acidic Swamp Ooze deals with the weapon if he pumps it up. It's just a good 2-drop. I need to just contest the board. That's all I need to do. Ross isn't bad. Ross is pretty good. He's going to come out too late, though. You know? I don't know. The Squall Hunter is a fine card, though. I dropped something. 1 sec. Sorry. Oh, how did I know that he was going to be the Stealth Rogue that just gets to pop off like that? Oh, my goodness. Who would have guessed? Let's coin out this just for pressure. I'm not going to cast a spell. It's just so I don't get blown out right at the beginning of the game. Because that's probably what I lose to the most. Then we get to play the Rune Dagger and then Arcane Watcher. Rune Dagger can kill off some minions immediately if we want, if we need to. He's probably thinking it's more important than it is. He's not thinking that. Okay, interesting. Probably not running weapon removal. I can say that relatively safely. People don't run that. But, external will probably be Arcane Watcher. Maybe another Arcane Watcher after that. And then the Frost, or Ross with this will be just so much damage to everything on the board. It's actually kind of crazy. Good 5/6, solid card. Primordial Studies with another one next turn. Hold on to the weapon charges. This is why Acidic Swamp Ooze is so good, by the way. And I'm going to run it in every single deck. If you play against every single class is running weapons. Like, if we just look across the board of the decks that I think will be meta, Demon Hunter runs weapons. Druid doesn't. Hunter does. Nobody's going to play Mage. Paladin does. Priest is going to be annoying, but doesn't, I guess. Rogue does, obviously. Like, I'm going to kill this weapon, and it's going to feel so nice. It's going to be sick. Look at this. Like, I'm going to kill that weapon, and he's going to concede. And this is why this is so important to have. Then we just get to go boop, kill it. This is why I held on to the weapon for as long as I did. I'll trade in just to have pressure on the board. And I kind of want to totem, but I kind of feel like the Primordial Studies could be fine as well. So we'll go with that. Very difficult to kill, which means he'll probably do better. Which means we should probably just take this. It's fine. So we got to deal with the weapon. I mean, if he has another one, if he has another weapon with another deadly poison, like, fine. Heck it, right? Like, you win. You win, bud. But I'm assuming that he doesn't. Oh my god, he did. Don't have another deadly poison at least. Okay, he doesn't have another deadly poison, which is nice. I do take some damage. But But isn't enough damage to, like, end my whole career, you know? I don't think so. I get to attack with him. I then play this. It'll do damage to both of these, and then we'll just pass, and we'll hit again, play this. And then the next turn, we'll play this. And basically, we'll have at least one spell damage every single turn. And we get to develop, like, a pretty massive board without having to worry too much. Okay. He's gonna have to hit that twice, though. So he's gonna... Okay, so he's willing to hit it twice. I'm fine with that. It's a 4. Draw 2 cards for 1's pretty solid. Holy moly. Kill it off, I take 4. I don't really mind that too much. Do I have lethal? Wait 1 second. 3... Okay, 1, 2... Wait, okay. I'm having difficulty with math here for some reason. So, attack damage is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. I cannot quite kill him. So let's just set up for the next turn. We'll take a decent chunk. We'll go face. And then that's why these 6/6s are so powerful. If he has Flick, he's not going to run Flick in this deck though, right? Like, there's no way he runs Flick. And then even if he does, we still kill him the next turn. Dude, that card's so good though. 1 mana, draw 5, especially like if your hand isn't that good for the current situation. You just cycle so much. Sap? Like, I don't know. What are you going to do? Like, as long as us 6/6 lives, I win. Even if the 5/5 wins, I win the game. Dude, holy god. Are you serious? There's no way. That was absurd. On the bright side, it's a duplicate. So, like, worst case scenario, you just be able to reactivate it. But we have Mana Reservoir. Or Mana Reserve, whatever it's called. Rune Dagger as well. 1. Let's just play literally everything here. You know, might as well do as much damage as I possibly can, because that guy runs Secret Passage. Dude, Secret Passage is so good. Holy crap, man. But it doesn't matter. This deck is too good. It cannot be beat. So looking at my opening hand, Rune Dagger is good. Rune Dagger is very good. I end up taking out one of the Squall Hunters. I know that I said I didn't like it, and I probably shouldn't take it out just because I don't like it right now. But honestly, the overload just hurts so much, right? Maybe I'll put it back in, but I have a lot of other ways of getting spell damage. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards minimum that get it for me. So, like, why force it out? Am I right? I'm not gonna hit with my weapon. There's no real need to. We'll play 5, 6 next turn. Again, not gonna hit with the weapon. It's not like it's that much pressure. He literally coined out nothing. Like, he coined out that with no follow-up play. That was not very good of him. I'm gonna play 2 Arcane Watchers. Probably. I feel like a second Arcane Watcher isn't that bad. And then we're gonna be able to play the Spellbook Binder next turn. Do I even want to kill the Prime? I think I do. If he Blessing of King's a Divine Shield minion, that's going to be really rough for me to deal with. So I think I need to deal with it now. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Kill that. And then we'll give spell damage to this one. Just making it difficult for him to deal with this. Because now it gives him another minion he has to kill. He first thought he had to deal with just this. But now he has another spell damage minion he has to deal with. Lady Vosh, if I draw that, sick. This is just a good hand. This is just a good hand right now. I will admit... Oh, man. Does he get to kill off both? He gets to kill off one. And take a decent chunk of damage. Kill off that. Okay. Get to draw a card first. I guess I could play the 3/5 and get 1-drops, but I think drawing a card's just better.
This one's a real page turner. Water is taste my sting.
We're gonna kill that and hit him in the face. The reason why I killed that is so he can't trade in super easily into this 4/5. Next, we're gonna be able to play Ross. Ross is pretty sick. If he's Consecrate, that hurts, and he gets to kill off both things, or all of the things, but I don't think it really matters that much. I think I need to save the last charge of the weapon, though, for something special. He did have Consecrate. Gosh darn it. But he has to double trade into my other two stuff, or my other two things, which is fine. Then I just play the Kobold Spellkin. It's fine. That gets shuffled into my deck. That's also fine. Ooh. Okay. Nope. We don't keep it. We have to play that. I wanted to keep it for Ross, but that's kind of too overpowered to not play. That's 12 stats on the board. Then Kobold with the hero power next turn. Like, this is just too strong. He hasn't played any Librams yet, so even if he reduces their health to 1, he still has to take the brunt of the damage. And then all you have to do is, like, get some damage spells and we win. Okay.
I do love a good study session.
Well, rude. That's rude. If we can get a damage one and then just trade one in and go face, that'll be ideal. Frost Shock. That works. This plays around some stuff, actually. So we're going to do that and go face. He still can't play the same thing. Yeah, he still can't play Libram of Justice on the same turn. Dude, this deck is so freaking good. Holy moly. Okay, so the matchup that I have been most terrified of is now up. Obviously, keep Rune Dagger. I think it's like the best card in this deck. It's so strong. And honestly, this is fine removal. Lightning Bolt's also good removal. I mean, obviously, all the stuff's going to be stupid stealth, so it doesn't matter. But, like, you know. You can try. Not going to Lightning Bolt turn 1. That would be insane. But I might Molten Blast turn 3 instead of the Portal. Just to get 3 1/1s out there. Just to apply a little bit of pressure on the board. Ooh, nothing. Turn 1. No stealth minion. Can we get some pogs in the chat? Means we actually have a chance of winning the game. Coining out. Oh, he's coining something out. Probably not Acidic Swamp Ooze. Kind of problematic. Kind of bad. We do get to kill this off, though, on the bright side. I mean, I take some damage to do it, but we get a lot of 1/1s out on the board, which is nice. And then we can just do it again. I'm kind of sad that he was able to play it for free, but that was a good play. Ultimately, I just need to use my stuff to control the board and then ultimately just end up killing him in the end. Because he doesn't run Fan of Knives. Rogues can't deal with wide boards. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's drawing 2 cards for free. Holy moly, that is 6 damage. Alright. I see you. That's pretty good. That's a pretty large amount of damage. And I will give you that much, my sir. My good sir. But we're still going to do that. Then Molten Blast this and get more 1/1s and just keep going face. Nothing left to do. Kind of insane, though. I've got a massive board. I'm gambling here, hoping he doesn't run, like, Fan of Knives or something. That's fine. It's a 4/2 stealth. I don't care. I literally do not care about that minion. I want to be able to play this. How much damage can I do this turn? 6, 7.
Such choices.
Plus 6, plus 10, so that's 17 damage. It's not enough to really push any lethal here. I could just play this and kill this. What does this do when it dies? Summon that attacks a random enemy. It'll probably hit a 1/1, right? I think we just go for some damage. I think we go for this and we save the Lava Burst because it has more overload. And we'll just do these 2 things. We'll just push some damage and get a 3. Oh, wait, that's actually sick. We push a lot of damage. We also Lightning Bolt, and if he doesn't do something to kill my board, we'll finish him off next turn. He's at 8. We've got Lava Burst. If he can't kill off my entire board or kill me this turn, I win. Really gambling with that Fan of Knives, though. Really gambling against that Fan of Knives, but, like, there's only so much that you can do. Destroy a damaged minion, or destroy a minion. Combo destroy any minion. Okay, that's fine. And then we Lava Burst to the face. Dude, even the bad matchups aren't even that bad. Or not even. This one I don't need. Actually, I think this is a bad matchup. It's got to be a bad matchup. Right? And I did kind of get the nuts, and he didn't have a 1-drop. But even if he did have a 1-drop, like, I had responses to it the whole game. Dude, this deck is so good. Holy moly. What am I with this now? Like, looking at the stats, because I've played some other games that have been, like... With this deck, currently, 5-0. It's pretty freaking incredible. This deck is, like, unbeatable. It beats slower decks because you build up combos and then you just spell damage them, and it can also compete with aggro decks. I do think that to specialize this deck, and depending on the meta, you might need to take out some things and put in some board wipe, maybe like a lightning storm or something like that, but for the most part, this deck looks pretty good.